Good morning, students. Today's discussion is dinitrogen. Nitrogen was first discovered by Daniel Rutherford in the year 1772. Discovered by Daniel Rutherford in 1772, and it is the first member of the 15th group elements. Like hydrogen and oxygen, nitrogen is also exists in its elemental form as diatomic molecule. Diatomic molecule, that is N2, and so nitrogen gas is also called as dinitrogen. Nitrogen gas is also called as dinitrogen because, like hydrogen and oxygen, it exists in the elemental form as diatomic molecule. Next is methods of preparation. In this, first one is laboratory method. Laboratory method. Dinitrogen is obtained by heating an aqueous solutions of ammonium chloride and sodium nitrite. An aqueous solution of ammonium chloride and sodium nitrite, on heating, the dinitrogen is obtained. Dinitrogen is obtained by heating an aqueous solution of ammonium chloride and sodium nitrite. Chemical reaction is an aqueous solution of ammonium chloride and an aqueous solution of sodium nitrite. On heating, dinitrogen is obtained. The formation of NaCl and water. This is the first method for the preparation of dinitrogen, by heating an aqueous solution of ammonium chloride and sodium nitrite. Second one is dinitrogen is obtained by thermal decomposition of ammonium dichromate. Dinitrogen can be obtained by thermal decomposition of ammonium dichromate. On thermal decomposition of ammonium dichromate, dinitrogen is obtained. NH4 twice Cr2O7 on thermal decomposition gives N2 plus 4H2O plus Cr2O3. On thermal decomposition of ammonium dichromate, it gives dinitrogen. And third method is a very pure nitrogen is obtained by thermal decomposition of sodium or barium azides. Third method is very pure nitrogen is obtained by thermal decomposition of sodium or barium azides. For example, NaN3, this is sodium azide on thermal decomposition, gives a very pure dinitrogen is obtained. Similarly, barium azide on thermal decomposition gives very pure dinitrogen gas is obtained. These are the methods of preparation of dinitrogen. Similarly, on large scale, dinitrogen is also obtained by fractional distillation of liquid air. By fractional distillation of liquid air, on large scale dinitrogen can also be obtained on distilling liquid air. Next one is large scale preparation of dinitrogen or nitrogen. On large scale, nitrogen is prepared by fractional distillation of liquid air. On large scale, nitrogen is obtained by fractional distillation of liquid air. On distilling, liquid air, nitrogen having lower boiling point, that is 77.2 Kelvin, distills over first, leaving behind high boiling fraction, that is 99 Kelvin, containing liquid oxygen. Dinitrogen can also be prepared on large scale by fractional distillation of liquid air. On distilling liquid air, nitrogen having lower boiling point, that is 77.2 2 Kelvin distills over first, leaving behind the high boiling fraction containing liquid oxygen. These are the methods of preparation of nitrogen. Next is physical properties of nitrogen. Dinitrogen is a colorless, tasteless and odorless gas. First one, it is a colorless, tasteless and odorless gas. Second one, it is non-toxic. Third one, it is sparingly soluble in water. Then fourth one, it has low freezing as well as boiling points. It has low freezing point, that is 63.2 Kelvin, and boiling point, it is 77.2 Kelvin. Then last physical property is it exists in two isotopic forms, that is N14 and N15, which are stable. It exists in two isotopic forms such as N14 and N15, which are stable. These are some of the physical properties of nitrogen. First one is it is colorless, tasteless and odorless gas, and it is a non-toxic, and it is sparingly soluble in water, and it has low freezing point, that is 63.2 Kelvin, and low boiling point, that is 77.2 Kelvin. And last one, it exists in two isotopic forms such as N14 and N15, which are stable. Next is chemical properties. Chemical properties of nitrogen in this first one is inert nature. Dinitrogen is chemically inert at room temperature. Dinitrogen is chemically inert at room temperature. Why dinitrogen is chemically inert at room temperature? The reason for this is in dinitrogen there is a presence of nitrogen-nitrogen triple bond. There is a presence of triple bond between two nitrogen atoms. Due to the presence of triple bond, it has a very high bond dissociation enthalpy, that is 941.4 kilojoule. Reason for this is In dinitrogen, there is a presence of triple bond between two nitrogen atoms, N triple bond N. Due to the presence of triple bond, it has high bond dissociation enthalpy, that is 941.4 kilojoule. To break the nitrogen triple bond, it requires 941.4 kilojoule energy. That's why, due to the presence of triple bond between nitrogen, the dinitrogen is chemically inert at room temperature. Second chemical property is reaction with metals. Dinitrogen reacts with active metals like lithium, magnesium, aluminum, calcium, etc. to form metal nitrides. This dinitrogen reacts with active metals or on heating with active metals like lithium, magnesium, aluminum to form metal nitrides. Dinitrogen or at high temperature dinitrogen reacts with active metals like lithium, magnesium and aluminum to form metal nitrides. For example, when lithium reacts with dinitrogen to form this is 6. Magnesium, when reacts with dinitrogen at high temperature, it forms Mg3N2. Aluminum reacts with dinitrogen to form Aln, that is lithium nitride, magnesium nitride and aluminum nitrides are formed when dinitrogen reacts with active metals at high temperature to form metal nitrides. Next one is third one, reaction with non-metals. In this first one is reaction with hydrogen. reaction with hydrogen. Dinitrogen reacts with hydrogen at 700 Kelvin temperature and 200 bar pressure in presence of iron oxide as a catalyst to form ammonia. Dinitrogen reacts with hydrogen at 700 Kelvin temperature and 200 bar pressure in presence of iron oxide catalyst to form ammonia. Nitrogen reacts with hydrogen at about 700 Kelvin temperature, 200 bar pressure. It forms ammonia. Non-metal like hydrogen reacts with dinitrogen at 700 Kelvin temperature and 200 bar pressure in presence of iron oxide catalyst to form ammonia. This is the reaction. Second one is reaction with oxygen. Reaction with non-metal, first one is hydrogen and second one is reaction with oxygen. Dinitrogen reacts with oxygen at very high temperature, about 2000 Kelvin, to form nitric oxide. Dinitrogen reacts with oxygen at very high temperature, about 2000 Kelvin, to form nitric oxide. N2 reacts with O2 at about 2000 Kelvin temperature to form nitric oxide. This is the last chemical property of dinitrogen. Next one is uses of nitrogen or dinitrogen. First one is dinitrogen is used in the manufacture of ammonia and other industrial compounds or chemicals containing nitrogen. First one is it is used in the manufacture of ammonia and other industrial chemicals containing nitrogen. This is the first use of nitrogen. Second one, it is used for providing an inert atmosphere in metallurgical operations. Second use is it is used for providing an inert atmosphere in metallurgical operations. In metallurgical operations, this nitrogen is used to provide an inert atmosphere. Third one, liquid nitrogen is used in refrigerant for preserving to preserve biological and food articles. Biological and food articles. These are the uses of dinitrogen. Next discussion is compounds of nitrogen. In this first one is ammonia. Ammonia is an important compound of nitrogen and hydrogen. It is a important compound of nitrogen and hydrogen. Next is preparation of ammonia. Generally, on large scale, nitrogen is manufactured by Haber's process, and in small scale, some of the preparations are given here. First one, ammonia is present in small quantities in soil and earth, where it is formed by the decay product of nitrogenous organic matter like urea. When urea reacts with water, which form ammonium carbonate and which decomposes to or decay of nitrogenous organic matter like urea gives ammonia. This is the first method for the preparation. That is, a very small quantity of ammonia is present in air as well as soil, where it is formed by the decay of nitrogenous organic matter like urea. Second one is the nitrogen gas is prepared on small scale by gently heating ammonium salts with strong acids like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide and slaked lime, that is calcium hydroxide. And this ammonium chloride, that is ammonium salt like ammonium chloride, heated with sodium hydroxide, it gives ammonia. Ammonium salt like ammonium sulfate, on gently heating with strong base, that is ammonium hydroxide, it gives ammonia gas. And last one, ammonium chloride reacts with or gently heating with slaked lime, that is calcium hydroxide, it gives ammonia. Next, going to discuss large scale manufacture of ammonia by Haber's process. This is very, very important in your PU board examination. Very, very important. Ammonia is manufactured by Haber's process by direct reaction between nitrogen and hydrogen. By direct combination of nitrogen and hydrogen in different reaction conditions, it gives ammonia. By Haber's process, ammonia is manufactured by direct combination or direct reaction between nitrogen and hydrogen. Nitrogen, 1 mole of gaseous nitrogen reacts with 3 moles of gaseous hydrogen, it gives 2 moles of gaseous ammonia with the liberation of 92.1 kilojoule of energy. From this reaction, the reaction is reversible. The reaction is reversible. And second one is, with the liberation of heat energy, it is an exothermic, and the volume of the gaseous reactants as well as products, we know that the proceeds with decrease in volume. In nitrogen 1 mole and hydrogen 3 moles, total number of moles of gaseous reactants are 4 and the total number of moles of gaseous products is only 2. And from this reaction, it is reversible, exothermic and proceeds with decrease in volume. Therefore, according to Le-Chatelier principle, favorable conditions for maximum yields are, first one is high pressure and second one is low temperature. Then optimum conditions for good yield of ammonia are temperature, that is 700 Kelvin is maintained in the catalytic chamber, and pressure, that is 200 bar pressure is maintained in the compressor, and catalyst used is iron oxide containing Al2O3 and K2O are promoter. In the earlier days, iron as a catalyst and molybdenum as a promoters are used in the manufacture of ammonia. The flow chart of ammonia by Haber's process is like this. In this, 1:3 composition of nitrogen and hydrogen respectively passed into the compressor, which is maintained at 200 bar pressure, and the compressed hydrogen and nitrogen gases are then passed into the converter, that is catalytic converter. In catalytic converter, the catalyst is used as iron oxide and promoters are aluminum oxide and K2O. And in the converter, the nitrogen and hydrogen compressed gases are converted into ammonia, NH3, H2 plus N2, and the ammonia is converted, and in addition to ammonia, some of the unreacted hydrogen and nitrogen gases are passed into cooling pipe and it condenses and collected in the receiver as a liquid ammonia, and unreacted hydrogen and nitrogen gases are pumped and which is recirculated in the compressor. This is the explanation of manufacture of ammonia by Haber's process. Next is physical properties of ammonia. Ammonia is a colorless gas with pungent odor, and second one is it is lighter than air. Third one is it can be easily liquefied by applying 8 to 10 atmospheric pressure, and it is highly soluble in water. 1 volume of water can dissolve 1000 volumes of ammonia. Next is chemical properties of ammonia. First one, basic nature. Ammonia is highly soluble in water, and the basic nature is due to the formation of hydroxide ion in aqueous solution. Ammonia is highly soluble in water. The basic nature is due to the formation of hydroxide ion OH minus in aqueous solution. Due to the formation of hydroxide ion in aqueous solution, the ammonia exhibits basic nature. That is, NH3 reacts with water, it gives NH4OH, and this ammonium hydroxide dissociated in aqueous solution, which form ammonium ion and hydroxide ion. Due to the formation of hydroxide ion, ammonia shows basic nature or basic character. And as we already discussed in the hydrides of the 15th group elements, the ammonia is most basic hydride because which acts as a Lewis base. In ammonia, a pair of electrons are available for the donation to the acceptor, and it acts as a Lewis base. And ammonia is also acts as base according to Bronsted-Lowry concept, and it reacts with acids to form salts. According to Bronsted-Lowry concept, it also acts as a base, and when reacts with acids to form salts. When ammonia reacts with HCl to form ammonium chloride salt. When ammonia reacts with sulfuric acid, it forms, this is also salt. When ammonia reacts with acids, which form salts. Second one is reaction with zinc sulfate. Reaction with zinc sulfate. When an aqueous solution of ammonia reacts with zinc sulfate, which form a white precipitate of zinc hydroxide. An aqueous ammonia reacts with or heated with ZnSO4 to form a white precipitate of zinc hydroxide. NH4OH when reacts with zinc sulfate to form ZnOH twice, says white PPT with ammonium sulfate. Similarly, aluminum chloride is also reacts with an aqueous ammonia like ammonium hydroxide to form white gelatinous PPT. NH4OH plus AlCl3 gives AlOH thrice. This is also white gelatinous PPT plus NH4Cl. From this reaction, the precipitation of heavy metal ions from their salt solution. Precipitation of heavy metal ions from their salt solution. Then next one is reaction with Cu2 plus ion. Reaction with Cu2 plus ion. When ammonia reacts with Cu2 plus ion, or the ammonia is a good complexing agent and it reacts with Cu2 plus ion, which form complex compound. Ammonia is a good complexing agent. And reacts with Cu2 plus ions to form complex when ammonia reacts with Cu2 plus ions, it gives complex compound. Similarly, ammonia reacts with Ag plus ions, silver ions when reacts with ammonia, this also forming complex. Ammonia reacts with silver ions to form complex compound. Next is uses of ammonia. First one, ammonia is used in the manufacture of HNO3 and nitrogenous fertilizers like urea, ammonium nitrate, ammonium sulfate and ammonium phosphate. It is used in the manufacture of nitrogenous fertilizers like urea, ammonium nitrate, ammonium sulfate, ammonium phosphate, etc. Second one, it is also used in the manufacture of nitric acid. Used in the manufacture of HNO3. Third one, liquid ammonia is also used as a inorganic solvent. Liquid NH3 is used as an inorganic solvent. These are the uses of ammonia. Last one is structure of ammonia. The geometry of the ammonia is trigonal pyramidal with nitrogen as a apex. This is the structure of ammonia, and ammonia is a trigonal pyramidal geometry with nitrogen as a apex, and the hybridization of nitrogen is sp3. The central nitrogen atom is sp3 hybridized state, and there are 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are formed. Out of 4, 3 are forming nitrogen hydrogen single bond, and one of the sp3 hybrid orbital is retained on the nitrogen as a inert pair or lone pair of electron, and the geometry of this is pyramidal. And due to the lone pair on the nitrogen atom, the normal tetrahedral bond angle is reduces to 107.5 degree. The normal tetrahedral bond angle is 109.5 degree, and which is reduces to 107.5 degree due to lone pair bond pair repulsion is more than that of bond pair repulsion. Bond angle is 107.5 degree, because the lone pair on nitrogen, which the electron lone pair and bond pair repulsion is greater than that of bond pair repulsion. That's why the normal tetrahedral bond angle reduces to 107.5 degree, and the nitrogen hydrogen bond distance is 101.7 picometer.